watching a very special interview. I'm currently in one of the hotels in Kuala Lumpur, here to have a chat with the long-term CEO of Qatar Airways, His Excellency Mr. Akbar Al Baker. Al Baker, of course, has been helming the Qatar Airways organization for over 20 years. He has seen the growth or the exponential growth of the airline from a non-existent entity just 2 or 3 decades ago to the greatest heights that it is right now. Qatar Airways has won numerous awards as being one of the world's best airlines, and here I'm about to ask him, why is that so? What is it about his management style that is important for us to learn from? And more importantly, what can the world expect more from Qatar Airways? Watch my interview with the CEO of Qatar Airways. Announcement today, you're launching to Langkawi soon. What would be some of the exciting things to expect from Qatar from this particular launch?
Langkawi is a very sought after up-class resort in Malaysia. We have a lot of demand from people that want to go to exotic destinations, and after Penang we thought that it was important we launch Langkawi to cater for the demand we have.
This is of course a greater push towards Southeast Asia. What are the other destinations in Southeast Asia that you're pushing for?
We are seriously looking at Kota Kinabalu, which will be our next destination after Langkawi in Malaysia. And if there are other opportunities where we see that there is a huge demand or big demand for other exotic destinations in this beautiful country of Malaysia, we will consider.
There's also a very interesting announcement coming in from the Indonesian president just a few days ago about moving the new capital elsewhere, very close to KK actually. Do you think that this is something that Qatar would like to jump on in the initial stages?
We would, but you know, you don't build a capital city tomorrow. It is something that will take at least a decade, if not more. And once it establishes itself, Qatar Airways would like to show my country's flag there first before others, yes.
You have, of course, steered Qatar Airways to greatest heights right now. You've been at the helm for over a few decades now. And you have indeed brought Hamad International Airport where it is. Do you see your vision being imprinted in this organization of yours moving forward, or there are still more things to be done right now?
You know, as a CEO and a soldier of my country, it's never enough whatever I achieve. I have to make sure that I keep on achieving more for my country and taking my airline to greater heights continuously. We don't want to be number 2. We always want to be number 1. So as soon as somebody comes very close to catch up with us, we will do things that will always keep us ahead of the pack.
One of them is, of course, Q Suite that was also just launched, patented.
I don't think that there will be any other airline that will be able to have the kind of product we have, yes.
That's a very bold statement, sir.
Yes, it is.
Do you think that the other 2 airlines within your vicinity might try their best to do something interesting as well?
They can. They are doing. But it is not only about seat that keeps us apart from the others. It is the consistency, attention, details, and commitment from the staff that work in the airline.
What you've just outlined is generally the branding of Qatar. It's not just the name of a company, it's everything else that the company values. Unlike you, I travel a lot in economy class. Qatar is the best economy airline that I would choose. And sometimes it's inherently so that I choose that kind of option. But you know, consumers are very fickle, particularly economy class and value travelers. Do you think that this is a market that you really need to win?
You already heard during the press conference that we have a new seat in economy class. Why are we introducing a new seat in the economy class? You know, we should only concentrate like all the other airlines in the front and the highest paying people in the airline. But Qatar Airways does not consider economy class passengers as a second class people. Economy class passengers, business class passengers, first class passengers hold the same value in my airline. They will get the same standard of service, they'll get the same attention, they will get a consistent product, and we will make sure that we continuously improve the product even in the coach class of our airline. This is why we are launching this new seat, which will guarantee you the space around your seat. Normally, as soon as the front passenger recline, you're already trapped in your seat. This will not happen on Qatar Airways. Plus, there are so many more amenities we are adding. We are increasing the product. For example, you saw that 20% more appetizers, 25% more main meal, 30% more dessert. Why are we doing this? Because we value economy class passengers too in Qatar Airways.
And there's also services that surround the traveling individual as well, be it all classes. Hamad International Airport is a great hub that we can rely on. There's also options right now for travelers to actually hop off Doha for maybe 1-2 days in the middle of transit, something that we don't normally see elsewhere. Was this like an afterthought?
No, because we also want to promote our country. We only don't want to promote the airline. We want to promote Qatar. We need people to get introduced to Qatar because Qatar is not very well known like other countries. So it is my duty also to put not only the airline on the map, but also my country.
There is a little understanding of the people in this side of town about the reaction towards the GCC, towards Qatar. Has that been impacting your business or your country?
It did impact my business, but only for a very short time. We have started to grow immediately after the first month. It was a shock. You never expected something like that from your neighbors, your brethren, your friends. And it was till we recovered from the shock, Qatar Airways started to expand. The only stress it is putting on my airline is that we have to fly longer routes around the blockade, illegal blockade, against international norms and laws, and we have to live with it until such a time that our case is heard by the International Court of Justice.
But this has not impacted travelers.
Well, it will not impact the traveler as far as the product or the comfort is concerned. Yes, the only thing is that they have to fly a slightly longer route.
That was my conversation with the CEO of Qatar Airways, Mr. Akbar Al Baker. If you've missed any part of this interview, just head on to astro.com. Look for Notepad over there. You can also watch these interviews and interviews such as this on your mobile devices. Just download the Astro AWANI app wherever you get the application. Till then, thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.